Hey everybody, welcome to Shoctober day 4. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. We are going to be hitting up yoga. So we are going to be incorporating this in throughout our October challenge workouts, and all you need is a mat. Yoga is a little bit different, of course, than our general weightlifting and high intensity days, but it's definitely something that is super important to incorporate here and there. So for those of you that maybe don't prefer yoga, I would challenge you to still try it and give it a shot. So basically, you only have to have 4 sessions of it through October, and you should still generate quite a lot of heat. You should feel really good from all the breath work and learn a few things along the way. So go ahead and hopefully you are barefooted. That would be the best. Start with your toes tucked underneath your hips and roll the shoulders back, slide them down, pull your belly button back. Just rest your hands on your thighs and try to take a few deep breaths. In yoga, generally, you want to breathe in and out through the nose, relaxing your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And feel the breath go in and out through the back of the throat. Go ahead and let your tops of the feet rest onto the ground. Uncurl the toes. Depending on how intense of a pull that was for you, you should probably practice that a little bit more, tucking the toes under. And then let's just come back onto a seated position with your hips on your heels. Close your eyes. And then let's stretch out our wrists and forearms. So bring your hands forward. Your shoulders are going to come up over those wrists. Lock and engage through the core. Spread your fingers apart as wide as you can, and then bring your shoulders forward nice and far. And then go ahead and let your body hinge back all the way, and then again forward. Keep the core firm. Get that flexion through the abdomen. Remember, flexion in the core is what helps support the back by keeping the pelvis in place. Keep rocking forward. Keep your breath going. Okay, this time stay forward and just stretch your shoulders up over the tips of the fingers. Grab your core again, and then let's rotate around those hands. Go the other direction. Okay, and then we're going to turn our hands around, point your fingertips at your knees, and then gently bend one elbow and then the other. Double check that core, keep it nice and strong. And then we're going to turn the hands around, tops of the hands on the ground, palms facing up toward your armpits, and then just let your elbows rock out and in. So internally and externally rotate those elbows. Double check the core. Slide the shoulder blades down. All right, and then sit back on your heels and shake out the wrists. All right, perfect. Extend your arms all the way forward. Put your big toes together, your knees nice and wide. Reach your arms way out in front of you. And then don't worry, we'll definitely be getting into some flow, some heat, a little higher heart rate here in a minute. But for now, we just want to get the body geared up and ready to go. A lot of yoga is just about really getting into the body, focusing on your breath, focusing on your body in space, scanning what does it feel like in your fingertips, your forearms, your elbows, your triceps, biceps, armpits, back, neck, shoulders, rib cage, abdomen, hips, pelvic floor, glutes, quads, knees, the back of the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, the heels, bottom of the foot, top of the foot, and the toes. Feel it all. All right, we're going to go ahead and curl our toes under and push up into our downward facing dog. Start with your knees bent. See if you can hide your heels behind your ankles. Get your fingertips spread nice and wide. Push into your thumb and first finger. This is why we spent a lot of time stretching our wrists, forearms a second ago. Give yourself as long as you can. If staying up on your arms it doesn't feel very good for you, then maybe just give it some time and then drop down, shake out those wrists, and then give it a little bit more time. See if you can train the body to build the muscle around the joint to manage discrepancies and inability to maybe stretch one side or grab one side, work it out, balance out, and be able to support the body how it should. Use those muscles and joints as they should be used. Straighten out through those legs, grab the belly button, pull it back, slide your shoulder blades down. Okay, so in your downward facing dog, you should feel a lot more work coming from your upper back to support the body. You're driving your chest back toward your thighs, and we're going to pedal those feet. Drop your right and then your left. This is still an active pose, or this is an active pose, meaning that you need to flex. You need to grab that back. You need to grab your core. Open out through the fingertips. Try to point your elbows back toward the toes. It's a little engagement through the triceps. All right, see if you can level off both heels. Go ahead and bend your knees and allow your butt to push up into the air. Keep the butt there as you slowly drop your heels to the ground. And then you decide what feels better. Pull your kneecaps up. Engage. Keep that breath work going in and out through the nose. Deep inhale with your exhale, shift forward, shoulders up over those wrists. So make sure that you have a super solid plank. Envision that you're pushing the floor away from you. At the same time, you're letting the shoulder blades draw together. Back of the head should be in line with the body, so it's not drooping or tipping. Tuck your tailbone, pull the belly button in. Feel your plank. Butt's not poking up into the air, nor is it sagging. Keep your breath to keep the mind calm. Okay, on your next inhale, push your hips back and up. If at any time you need to drop down onto your knees and take a child's pose, please do. All right, we're going to plant onto our right foot and lift the left leg up nice and high. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower. Keep the core. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, lower. We're strengthening and we're stretching all at the same time. Use the flexion of that supporting leg. Flexion in the back. It should not be in your neck or your shoulders. Engage the core. Okay, this time after you lift it up, bend your knee and then open the hip. So your left foot's in the air. You bend your left knee and then you're going to drop the left heel toward the right side of the hip, trying to open the hip on that left side. Try to push evenly into both arms. Double check the belly. Pull the kneecap up on your right side. Grab your core. Shift your body forward into your plank position again. And then tuck your left leg under and through. All right. Go ahead and rock onto the inner side of your right foot. Bring your right arm up and then let your hips drop down. Keep that right arm up, relax in the neck, grab through the core, push the hips up. Inhale, exhale, drop. Okay, your thighs are strong. Your back is strong. Push it up. Find your core. 2 more. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. That inner thigh strong. Last one, push up. Now we're gonna bring that left foot back in and around. Plant back onto both hands. Bring that leg back up into the air and then slowly set it down. Okay, stay in your downward facing dog for 3 breaths, or you can drop onto your knees into a child's pose. Okay, everyone back into a down dog. Go ahead, take your nice deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to shift forward into our plank again. Your arms should be starting to get a little tired. Your breath is still solid. The core is still strong. If you need to drop onto your elbows, feel free, but find that core. Pull the shoulders forward. Wrap around the core. Flex into your quads, pull the kneecaps up. And on your next exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right leg up nice and high. Level off your hips. Keep pushing into those hands, big wide spread, fingertips. Focus on pushing into your thumb and first finger. Try to level the hips. That usually means drop the right hip down and then drop your leg. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, drop. We're going to go for 5. Strong triceps, strong back. Make sure you're not collapsing in the shoulders. All right, lift and hold. Bend your knee. Let your heel drop to the outside of the left hip. Open your right knee up. Try to keep that upper body level so we're getting some twist here. Keep your breath. Ooh, my hamstring is getting tight. Stretch it again. One more deep inhale and exhale. On your next exhale, we're going to start shifting forward. Bring that leg with you and then stick it out straight away so that you're on the outer edge of your right foot. Rotate to the inner edge of your left foot. Lift your left arm and then drop all the way down onto your hips, your right glute. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Keep everything flexed. Extend up through that left arm. Flex through that tricep and bicep. Inhale, lift. Go ahead and pull your right foot back. Plant your left foot on or left hand onto the ground. Right leg back into the air. Exhale, let it drop. Take a deep inhale and then exhale, shift forward back into your plank. Inhale, elbows tuck in toward the sides, slowly lower all the way to the ground. All right, release your feet. Just put your hands wherever they want to be. Gently let your hips rock back and forth on the ground. And then tuck your tailbone, flexing your glutes. Place your left ear on your mat. Put your arms down by your hips. Take a deep inhale. And an exhale. Inhale and lift your head up. Rotate it to the right ear. Rest it on the ground. Let the body just relax. Take a deep inhale. And an exhale. All right, bring your hands back to the front of the mat, resting on your forearms. So place your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Spread through those fingertips again, but push into the full forearm. Okay, tuck your tailbone, pull the belly in, flex your glutes a lot. Then you're going to push down into the forearms and then pull the forearms back without actually moving the body. You should feel your chest lift a little more, the back lengthen, keep the glutes strong. You want to protect your low back. If this is too much pressure on your low back, try widening your feet. You can lift the head, but keep it neutral. The neck should be neutral, pulling the chin back. All right, we're going to add into it just a little bit, lower back to the ground. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders, and we're going to go 10 back extensions. So inhale, lift the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. You got some work going on, a little bit of push, but most of the work is coming from the back side of the body, that posterior chain, squeezing the shoulder blades together, flexing your glutes. Keep it going, keep it strong. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. We're going to go one more and lower. Okay, keep your hands tight underneath your shoulders. Bring your toes back in. Curl the toes under. If you need to come up on your knees, that's totally fine. Otherwise, if you're able to do a push-up from the ground, we're going to go there. So curl those toes, tuck your tailbone, get your quads up off the ground, engage the belly, and then push up to that plank position. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. All right, widen your feet, and we're going to walk our hands back to those feet and take a nice low yogi squat. So if you need to, hinge side to side. In fact, I feel like that's a good way to start out, generally speaking. All right, and then see if you can get both heels onto the ground, nice and low. Push your elbows into the knees, hands into prayer hands, the center, close your eyes. Check in with your breathing. All right, and then go ahead and push yourself all the way up, all the way to standing. Perfect. Come to the front of your mat, toes straight ahead. Plant onto the big four corners of your feet, so interior big toe ball mound, exterior little toe ball mound, and then both sides of your heels. Lift the toes nice and high. Find balance on those four corners. Find stack of the hips over the heels, stack of the shoulders over the hips. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up. And then exhale, we're going to dive forward over the legs. Plant your hands onto your shins. Inhale and lift halfway up. Exhale, you're going to plant your hands and you can jump back or you can step back. Okay, and we're going to step back into our high plank. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. Okay, on your next exhale, you're going to take your left hand to this inside of your mat, the middle of your mat, and then you're going to roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Bring your right arm up and extend and open into your side plank. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. Stay on your bottom knee if you need to. Inhale to lift your top leg, your right leg up, and then try bending your knee up and in toward your armpit. Grabbing the core, we're going to rotate that foot down inside our left hand. All right, go ahead and drop onto your back, left knee, lift the body up. You're going to find traction between the front heel, the back knee. Pull the knee and the foot together like you're trying to scrunch your mat between them. Inhale and bring those arms up. Relax in the neck, engage through the core. Should feel big opening and stretch to your back hip flexor and a lot of flexion in the front thigh. Curl that back toe under, keep your biceps back by your ears, and then push yourself up. Straightening through that front leg, hold the flexion, drop all the way down. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, lower. Your flexion's up to you. Your amount of grab. Inhale to lift. You should be able to see your big toe right inside that right knee. One more. Lower. This time, keep that back left knee hovering right above the mat. Tuck the tailbone under. Get that opening in the back hip flexor. Take your right hand and set it onto the back of your left thigh. Take a teeny weeny little back bend. Still engage the core. Those legs should be feeling heated. Bring your right arm back up and around. Press straight up, and then you're going to drop your back heel to the ground. Pull your left hip back. Reach your arms forward and hold. Grab through the core. Grab that front right quad. Rotate your chest toward the ground. Plant both hands onto the ground if you can. This is where yoga blocks would come in handy if you have them. And then we're going to bend the knee slightly, that right leg, and push up into, I think this is Warrior 3 prep or something like that. Flex the right thigh. Pull the kneecap up towards your hip. Flex the back leg. See if you can keep it parallel to the ground. Push the shoulder blades down the spine. Level off the hips. Flatten through the back. Bend your right knee. Plant your left foot back. Bring your arms up. Flex both legs. Turn your left heel up. Drop down slowly. Hover again, that knee up above the ground. Find traction in the legs. Deep inhale. On your exhale, rotate and open to the right. Keep it going. Arms are strong. Keep the front knee back over the heel. Grab your core. Keep your breath. Okay, plant your left hand inside that right leg. Straighten your left leg. Rotate to the outer edge of the foot. See if you can come back the way that you went in. Plant your right hand onto the ground. Rotate into your plank position. Flex through the core. Elbows squeeze in. Chaturanga. Hold. Tuck your tailbone. Engage the core. Push all the way up. Drop onto your knees. And we'll take a quick child's pose. Stretch back. See if you can get your forehead onto the ground. Take 3 deep breaths. All right. On your next inhale, push yourself up, back into your downward facing dog. Drop both of those heels toward the ground. Hide your heels behind your ankles. Shift forward into your plank position. Shoulders up over the wrists. Take your right hand and plant it inside the middle of the mat. Rotate to the outer edge of the right foot. Bring your left arm up and hold, side plank. Lift your left leg up. Slowly draw your left knee in towards your arm. And then slowly as you can, bring your left leg around to plant inside the left hand, or the right hand. All right, drop onto that back right knee and lift your body up. Bring your arms up overhead. Rotate and adjust to where you have squared off shoulders, squared off hips. Find that traction between the front heel and the back knee. Flex and keep the core. Flex and keep the back and the arms. All right. Curl those back toes under. Deep inhale. Exhale. Lift up. Slowly drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Big flexed open fingertips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. And go one more. Inhale to lift. Exhale this time. Keep your knee barely off the ground. Find the squared off hips. Take your left hand to your right hamstring and reach up through the chest. Open that hip flexor. Lots of core, lots of back, lots of breath. Bring that left hand up again. Inhale, push up. Drop your left heel onto the ground. Keep your body squared straight ahead over the front leg. Slowly exhale and hinge over that front leg. Hopefully you can reach toward the ground. Make whatever little adjustments in the legs you need. You can always bring a couple weights or a box or a book to bring the floor up to you. Pull that left kneecap up towards your hip. A couple more breaths. Relax your neck. Keep that breath. Bend your left knee. Push up so that you're supported on the left leg. Find those four corners of the foot that we worked on at the very beginning. Flex into that back leg. Keep it parallel to the ground. Lock into the core. Feel the flexion and heat in the thigh and the core. Even still flexing in and packing into that upper back. All right, on your next exhale, slowly plant your right foot back down. Inhale, come all the way up. Keeping those hips square to the front. Lift up your back, right heel. Slowly drop down. On your next exhale, open to the left. Relax in the neck and shoulders. Flexion through the legs. All right, on your next exhale, plant your right hand onto the ground. Straighten your back leg and rotate to the outer edge of the foot. Pull that left leg up. Keep it bent for a second. Extend the leg long. Drop down, side plank. Plant your left hand. Rotate to your plank. Deep inhale, exhale. Elbows squeeze in tight. Drop down, slow. Hold. Push up. Drive back. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Bend your knees, come up high onto your tippy toes. Get your shins parallel to the ground. Hips stay back. Long, strong arms. Deep inhale, and then with your exhale, you're going to drive your hips up and hop the feet forward. Drop back into your yogi squat all the way down. Those heels onto the ground. Plant your hands together. Okay, go ahead and rock back onto your butt. Set your feet down on the ground in front of you. Arms facing forward. Tuck your chin. Pull the belly strong around the upper back. We're going to take 10 seconds to lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold where you're at. Hold, hold, hold. Tuck your chin, grab the core, and then lower all the way down. Put your arms out wide, palms on the ground. Take your feet to the edges of your mat, and then rock both knees to the left. Take your left foot, put it on top of the right knee. Feel the weight of the foot pushing the knee down to open that hip flexor a little more. Stretch through your back. Okay, release that foot. Bring your knees back to the middle. Reset your pelvis, and then rock your knees to the right. Take your right foot, put it on top of your left knee. Get your breath. Try to relax. Every time you exhale, just feel your body relax and melt into the stretch. All right, release that right foot. Everything comes back to the middle. Hug your knees into your chest for me. Push your knees into one another. Tuck your chin in. Nice little ball. Lower your head back down. Separate your knees. Take your hands either inside your legs and then grab the outside of your feet. Or you can just take them straight up the leg and then pull from the outside of the feet into a happy baby. So flex your feet back. Push your feet into the hands and the hands into the feet and open through the groin. Feels so good on the low back. Stretch across that low back. Let your pelvis melt into the ground. Stay here, or if you would like, just straighten the legs. Get a little stretch on those hamstrings. Bring both legs together. Take a deep inhale, and then with an exhale, slowly lower your legs onto the ground, keeping the core flexed and locked. And then open your feet just a little bit. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. Find a comfortable position. And then we're just going to hit up our breath. I like to breathe, traveling up the body, relaxing the toes. Every time I exhale, something relaxes. Inhale, exhale, relax the arches of the feet. Inhale, exhale, relax your ankles. Inhale, exhale, relax your shins, your calves. Just envision a spiral of energy and relaxation. Your kneecaps, behind your knees, hamstrings and quads. Take 2 breaths at your hip joint, at your hip flexor, to release extra tension there. We like to hold lots of tension in our hips. Exhale and release tension and relax through the low back, finally through that core and rib cage, through the chest, the collarbones, the shoulders, spread across that upper back, the neck, around the ears, the jawline, the forehead. Feel your head heavy in the mat, relax through the biceps, triceps, inside of the elbow, forearms, wrists, palms, and then each finger. Now then, wiggle your fingers and toes. Reach your arms straight up overhead. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Smile. You have so much promise for today. Scoop and come up forward. Thank you guys so much for giving yoga a shot. I hope it worked out well for you. We have a few more that we'll hit through our series. So I'll see you again next time.